Well, the principal will see you now, Sammy.
What?
But I don't want to go to his office. I didn't really do anything wrong, said Sammy to the secretary.
Wait, what did the secretary?
I'm sorry, Sammy, but your Rebbe sent you here, and he told me to tell you to go to the principal, and the principal is available. And Rabbi Feingold is now available, so please, could you go into his office? So Sammy shuffled his way, crying, into the Menal's office, into the principal's office, and the Menahel, Rabbi Feingold, pointed to a chair in front of his desk, a nice, comfortable chair, and he said, Sammy, take a seat, sit down, please. Sammy sits down, sniffling. Rabbi Feingold puts a box of tissues towards the end of the desk so that Sammy is able to reach the tissues and blow his nose, wipe his eyes. Sammy, why are you crying? And Sammy, amidst his tears, tells Rabbi Feingold, I'm crying because my Rebbe told me I have to come to your office. Is my office such a bad place that you have to cry when you come? No, but he told me I'm in trouble. And so if I come to your office and I'm in trouble, then it probably is a bad place. What do you think I'm going to do already? I heard that behind your bookshelf you have a door to a torture chamber. And you take children who are bad and you take them into that torture chamber and you make them do like torture, like write 1,000 million times. I'm never going to be a bad student ever again in my whole life. Or you hold them there for a few years till they get older and then they have to go back to school and they're really old and stuff like that. Did you really hear that, Sammy? Yeah. That's what my brother Chaim told me. Your brother Chaim told you that? Yeah, I told him something and he said, well, if I cause more trouble, he's going to tell you about it. And your brother Chaim was never sent to my office. I know, but he said he came in here one night and looked and he knew it's true. Okay, well, anyway, it's not true. How do I know? Here, I'll show you. Here, let's move my bookcase. No, you can put... No. Look. My bookcase doesn't move. It's very heavy. Well, Chaim said there was a secret latch. Did he tell you where? He said it's the third book on the left from the right shelf. Here, see, I moved the book and nothing happened. See, it's not true. Well, okay, maybe. Alright, anyway, Sammy, why did your Rebbe send you to my office? Well, that's the problem. I'm not sure. I don't even know what I did wrong. Well, tell me a little bit about what happened today in class, and maybe we can figure out what you did wrong. Well, I came into class this morning on time for class, and the first thing that happened was I sat down in my seat. So that sounds good. Yeah. The problem was it was 20 minutes late. I thought you were on time. Well, yeah, I was kind of on time. 20 minutes late. All right. Well, okay, fine. She came in 20 minutes late. Did your Rebbe send you out? No. Did your Rebbe say anything to you? No. Did your Rebbe, look at you funny? No. Okay, fine. So you sat down. And then what happened? And then my Rebbe was teaching the Gemara. Okay. And were you learning? Well, kind of. What do you mean kind of? I was learning. Okay, so what's the problem? My Rebbe, I was learning math. Math? I thought you told me you were learning Gemara. Well, I forgot to do my homework last night, so I was doing math homework. During Gemara class? Well, when should I do it? During Chumash class? Okay, no, but you can't do math homework during Gemara class. That probably wasn't very good. Your Rebbe probably got upset with you. Well, I guess he did. You guess? Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. He just took away the paper, ripped it up, threw the garbage, but I'm not sure if he was upset. Sounds to me like he was a little bit upset. But okay, maybe he wasn't upset. But anyway, okay, so then what happened? Did he tell you to come to my office after that? No. Okay. Then what happened? Well, then we finished Gemara and we went to recess. Okay. And did you play at recess? Yeah. What'd you play? Football. And who'd you play with? Nobody. Everyone else wanted to play baseball. Oh. So how'd you play football? Well, I threw the ball up and I caught it and I ran and got a touchdown. Except I was sacked 3 times. You were sacked 3 times? Who sacked you? Nobody. Okay. Anyway, so did you have fun at recess? Not really, because you were bored, because you didn't have any. Yeah, that's why, because nobody was there playing with me, and it was kind of boring and stuff. Okay, fine. Then did you come in from recess? Yeah. Were you on time when you came in from recess? Really on time? Yeah. So then what happened? So then my Rebbe started telling him, so we're going to learn Navi. And I opened my Navi, and I was learning. Yeah, and was your Rebbe upset with you? Yeah. Why was your Rebbe upset if you were doing what you're supposed to? Well, because he said that Navi wasn't time to eat snacks. You were eating a snack? Well, yeah, kind of. What were you eating for a snack? Well, I was eating some crackers and peanut butter and a can of soda, and during class, well, I was hungry. I played a hard game of football. Okay. And so what did your Rebbe do? He took away my soda. And he told me to put my crackers and peanut butter away. And he told me that recess time is for snack time and not class time. So did your Rebbe ask you to leave at that point? No, he didn't. Baruch Hashem. Okay. And then what happened? So my Rebbe asked me a question on the Navi. He asked me, who was David HaMelech's son? And what'd you tell him? Avram Avinu. Avram Avinu? Well, I forgot who David HaMelech was. Is that bad? Did your Rebbe throw you out? No. Did your Rebbe get upset? Not sure. He just told me I have to do some homework next time. Oh, okay. Was it punishment homework? No, just the homework that everyone else had to do. Just I haven't done it the whole year. The whole year? Well, it's only 600 questions so far. What? Anyway, okay, then what happened? Well, then my Rebbe said it's time for Dinim. It's time for Dinim. Okay, and what are you learning about? We're learning about Shabbos. And then, so was your Rebbe happy that you were learning Dinim? He was happy until I started raising my hand. He was upset that you raised your hand in class. Your Rebbe, I'm not Makabel Lashon Hara about your Rebbe. Well, your Rebbe wouldn't be upset that you raised your hand in class. Every Rebbe wants to tell me he didn't raise his hand in class. What were you learning about? Well, my Rebbe was talking about Dush, and I asked my Rebbe a very important question. Yeah, I said, Rebbe, what kind of dog works in an orange juice factory? And my Rebbe said, Sammy, is this relevant to what we're learning? And I said, yes, Rebbe, I think it is relevant. And my Rebbe didn't like the answer. What was the answer? What kind of dog works in an orange juice factory? A Dush hound. A Dush hound. Well, because my Rebbe said Dush has to do with stepping on things and stuff like that, and making juice, and I don't know exactly. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, and then I asked my Rebbe a very important question. I said, "Are you allowed to do Dush during the week?" And he said, "Of course." And are you allowed to Dush in school? And my Rebbe looked at me funny and he said, "Yes." And I said, "Okay." And my Rebbe said, "Good. Now let's get back to class." And then a few minutes later, my Rebbe gave us a 5-minute break. Did you take 5 minutes? Or did you take 20 minutes? The principal asked Sammy. Oh, it was just a 5-minute break. I just went for 5 minutes. And what'd you do for those 5 minutes? Well, that was the part of the problem. You see, my Rebbe said that you're allowed to Dush in school. So I did try to do a 50-yard Dush.
What's a Dush?
A 50-yard what? A 50-yard Dush. I started at the end of the hall, and I Dushed down the hall all the way to the other end of the hall. And it's about 50 yards. In the building of the school, you did a 50-yard dash? Yeah. And everyone always calls me a dushing young man. A dushing young man? They say, "Oh, you look so handsome, you look like a dushing young man." So I figured that I should run around. The only problem was, what was the problem? I couldn't figure out how by dushing I'm going to get juice to come out of the floor, so I put a couple of oranges on the floor, and I was dushing on top of the oranges for my 50-yard Dush, and I got some juice on the floor. And did your Rebbe see? Oh, no, he didn't see. So is that what happened? The janitor saw it. The janitor, and what did he do? He went to my Rebbe, and he told my Rebbe that there's a boy who's dushing all around. He probably said dashing, but anyway, dashing all around and making a mess on the floor with orange juice. And it's terrible, and what do I think? Am I behaving like a Vilda Chaya? And I told him, I'm just behaving like a Dush hound. And so did your Rebbe tell you to come to my office at that point? No. Boy, your Rebbe's mamash tzaddik. Well, I thought so too until he told me to come to your office. Excuse me? I mean, whatever, you know. So continue. Tell me, what happened? Like, tell me a little bit more. Well, basically, it's very sad. You see, we finished our dinum class, and the Rebbe told us that it was time for dikduk.
What's TikTok?
Okay. And so our Rebbe told us to take out our Lashon HaTorah books and just start filling in the pages. So I was filling in the pages. And my Rebbe came over, looked at my book, and he started to get upset. And I saw almost like he Vayicharapho, like it says in the pasuk. I started to see his nose get red and smoke coming out of his nose. You really saw smoke coming out of his nose? Well, maybe not really, but anyway, he started to get upset. Because you were filling in your dikduk book, your Rebbe got upset. You know, Sammy, sometimes you exaggerate. I don't understand how that can be. But it's true, I'm telling you. I even have my dikduk book here, and you can see my Rebbe went to my book, and he took a big red pen, and he put a big fat 0 on the page, and he said, that's not correct. And he was all upset with me. Let me see the page. It's right here. Sammy! What? What did I do wrong? This book is filled with smiley faces. Well, my Rebbe told us to take out a dikduk book and fill it in. He didn't tell me how to fill it in. He just told me fill it in, so I filled it in with smiley faces. I didn't know what any of the words meant. That's why your Rebbe was upset. Did he make you come to my office after that? No. He's a really patient Rebbe. He's probably going to want more salary, more money for being your Rebbe. Then what happened? Well, then I asked my Rebbe if we could ask a question on Dash. Okay. And my Rebbe said, yes. So I asked my Rebbe, I have a big problem. Rebbe taught us that Dash is squeezing. If you squeeze things out, if you squeeze things and juice comes out, it's a problem of Dash. So I want to know if I'm allowed to tell the Rav in my shul that the Rebbe said that. Okay. And my Rebbe said I could. All right. So I left the classroom, and my Rebbe started getting upset. Why did you leave the classroom? Because I wanted to go call the Rav of my shul. So my Rebbe said he didn't mean that I can go out of the classroom. So I asked my Rebbe for a cell phone, and my Rebbe got upset again. I said, but Rebbe, how am I going to tell my Rav? And my Rebbe said, what do I want to tell my Rav? And maybe he'll pass it along. He'll see him later in the day. I told the Rebbe, I said, my Rav, every Shabbos we go in line, in shul it's derech eretz. You go to the Rav and you say good Shabbos before the davening is over, in case you didn't know. And I know very well, Sammy. Oh, good. I'm glad. So you go and say good Shabbos to the Rav now my Rav, when you go take a Shabbos to him, he takes your hand and he shakes it, but he doesn't just shake your hand. He squeezes it. And I'm scared. Sometimes I'm scared he's squeezing it so hard all my blood's going to squeeze out. So I want to tell my Rav that you're not allowed to do that on Shabbos because it might come to Dash. You might come to squeeze my blood out. And my Rebbe said that that's not a good reason to call my Rav in the middle of class. All right. Did your Rebbe send you out of class for that? No. Instead, my Rebbe sat down. And I just asked my Rebbe after he sat down, Rebbe, there's no aver of doing Dash on during the week, right? My Rebbe said, that's right. And I told my Rebbe, oh, good, Baruch Hashem. Because my Rebbe, you just sat on my lunch. And my Rebbe jumped up and his pants were full of orange juice. Because I had an orange in my lunch. And my Rebbe asked me why my lunch was on his chair, and I said because I forgot to put it away when I came in from recess. And my Rebbe turned around, and I said, Rebbe, by the way, is there Dash on a can of soda? If I take a can of soda and I squeeze it, is that called Dash? And my Rebbe said, no. And I said, good, because in my desk there's a mess. In your desk there's a mess? Remember the can of soda that I had to put away? Well, I was playing with it in my desk, and somehow it got squeezed a little bit, and it kind of opened up a little bit, and all my papers are wet, and my chumash is wet, and my navi is wet, and did your Rebbe throw you out after that? Oh no, my Rebbe still didn't throw me out. He didn't send me to your office after that either. So what happened? When did your Rebbe send you to my office? Well, we went to lunch. Okay. And we were eating lunch, and everything was great. Okay, good. Until Avremel was drinking some milk, a whole big container of chocolate milk that he got from the cafeteria, and suddenly the janitor came through, and the janitor, as he was coming through, was trying to sweep the floor. But you know the janitor, sometimes he's not so, that's Lashon Hara, don't tell me. Or whatever. Yeah, anyway, so the janitor was trying to sweep the floor, and unfortunately he turned the broom around too quickly, and he knocked the handle of the broom. I didn't do it, said Sammy to the principal. I didn't do it. The janitor did it. He knocked the broom into the carton of milk that Avremel was drinking from, and the carton of milk plopped onto Avremel's lap, and his shirt and pants got covered in chocolate milk.
Ow.
And then my Rebbe sent me to the office. Then your Rebbe sent you to the office because the janitor knocked a carton of milk on Avremel's shirt and pants? What? Something's missing in the story. But that's what happened. What am I supposed to do? You know what? Let's call your Rebbe in and find out. So the Menahel picked up the phone. Rebbitzin, secretary. Yes, Rabbi Feingold. I'm sorry, wrong voice. Yes, Rabbi Feingold. Right? Could you please ask the Rebbe to come in, because I need to speak to him about Sammy. No problem. Please excuse interruption. Will Sammy's Rebbe, I forgot his name. Will Sammy's Rebbe please come to the office to speak with Rabbi Feingold? Thank you. And Sammy's Rebbe comes to the office a few minutes later. Yes. The Rabbi Feingold would like to speak with you. Speak with me? I'm not in trouble, am I? Oh no, you're not in trouble. Don't worry. It's just he wanted to clarify. I don't know. Oh, Rebbe, come in, take a seat. You can sit over here next to Sammy. I'd rather sit on the other side. Excuse me? Nothing. Just I've had a long day. I heard all about it, said Rebbe Feingold to the Rebbe. Listen, Rebbe, Sammy told me that he was sent, I'm sure it's not true, he was sent to the office because milk spilled on Avremel's shirt and pants. That is true. The Rebbe sent Sammy to the office because Avremel's pants and shirt got wet? Well, kind of. But didn't the Rebbe know that it was the janitor who knocked the milk onto the pants and shirt? Oh, I knew that. So I'm having a little trouble understanding, said Rebbe Feingold. Why did the Rebbe send Sammy to my office for something the janitor did wrong? Why didn't the Rebbe send the janitor to my office? I mean, obviously, whatever, you know what I mean. Oh, I see the problem. So Sammy didn't finish the story, did he? I did, Rebbe. I told him. I did. I told him that that's what happened. But what happened after the milk spilled on the shirt and pants? Oh, that! Not that. Well, I don't know what that had to do with anything. That's the point, Sammy. That's exactly why I sent you to the office. Oh, okay. Rabbi Feingold, I don't know. My Rebbe thinks this is really important. But basically, his shirt and pants were wet, right? So we wanted to get the shirt and pants clean. So I figured one of the ways to get the shirt and pants clean was to do dash. Because my Rebbe said that dash is when you squeeze things out. So I decided that I'll do some dash. So we took Avremel, me and one of my friends, we took Avremel, we put him on the floor, and how do you do dash? You stand on something and squeeze it, right? And the stuff comes out, like grape juice. How do you make grape juice? You stand on the grapes and juice comes out. You stand on the wheat kernels and you crush the wheat kernels, right? So we climbed onto, me and my friend, I'm not going to say which one because that will be Lashon Hara, maybe, it sounds like, but me and my friend stood on Avremel and we started jumping up and down on him. You what? Yeah, and then he started to complain and scream, and so we got off him because he started to cry. We didn't want him to get hurt anymore. So it didn't work anyway. There was nothing on the floor. Okay, did your Rebbe see that? No, I didn't. Had I seen that? So why did you send him to my office? Sammy finished the story. Oh, well, next what happened wasn't really so valuable. I don't know. I'm not sure what was so bad about it. But basically, we were trying to think, how in the world are we going to get off the stuff? So we know that there's another way to get stuff out when something's in liquids inside of something. If you shake it enough, right, it comes out, right? If you shake it enough, if you have a grape, maybe you like shake the grapes and maybe something will fall out, like a really juicy olive. Oh, we learned the Chumash. Eretz Zavas Chalav Dvash. You know how the dates just dripped the liquid, the honey got the dates because it was so full. Well, Avram was so full of chocolate milk, we figured if we let him hang and drip the liquid out of him, it'll all come out. So we took him, and you know how in the auditorium there's this big red bell, and so we took him and we took his shirt, we took him and we hung him by his shirt on the red bell. It's a little bit, we got a little ladder, we stuck, it's not nothing big deal. And then we figured, we want to shake him, right? How do you shake him? Well, how does the bell work? Not like the new bells, like they have in the other wing of the school, the new wing, where the bells just are like little electronic alarm. But these bells are real bells, right? It has inside the bell, it has a little piece that goes like this, back and forth, and makes the bell ring. So we went ahead and we put him up there, and then we went ahead and we pulled the fire alarm. And then the bell started to ring, and Avram was doing like this, and we saw the drips of chocolate milk splatting on the ground, and we were so happy. And then my Rebbe came in and he got upset with us. I don't know why. That's why the fire alarm went off. It was reset right away. We saw there was a fire alarm pulled somewhere, and we reset it right away. We thought a kid was pulling shtick, was trying to be silly. Is that what happened? Well, I'm not sure what's wrong. Sounds to me, Sammy, like you're going to be a dushing young man again. I am? Yeah, you're going to be dushing from your parents when you get home, because you're going to be in big trouble, big trouble for what you're doing. Needless to say, he was. Yes.
I'm sorry, am I on tape?